Awesome. Welcome to this call, this Zoom, for 30 minutes to talk about intimacy with bodies. Of course, probably you take a bit longer than 30 minutes to get into the intimacy with your body. And today, as I'm coming to this Zoom, I was actually asking myself, so what is it actually, intimacy with bodies? What is intimacy with your body? What is that about, right? And presence. People have been sending me videos today. Everything I read is talking about presence. And, I wrote that book, 7 Steps to Flawless Communication. I couldn't figure out what that presence meant, right? When I was young, I always thought, okay, you have to be present in your life, but what is it? What does it actually mean? And today, thank you guys for being on this Zoom and connecting into it, because really it has helped me a lot, just even knowing that we're going to be talking about intimacy with bodies, explore what intimacy with my body has been. So if sharing that is a contribution to you, I'm really happy. And let's see what together, the energies of all of us, listening now, listening in the future, being connected, can bring about for us in terms of intimacy with our bodies. The thing about being present with your body is being willing to hear it, right? Hear your body when it's talking to you. To be intimate in Access Consciousness, we've really given 5 different elements of intimacy. And they're really great to explore with all kinds of topics. Because before you can be intimate with anyone else or with anyone else's body, you really have to be willing to be intimate with your body, right? So the elements of intimacy with Access, we talk about gratitude. And, it's always presented in a different order. But gratitude for me, for your body, is every time you wake up, your body's still there. And what would it be like to be grateful that your body has stuck with you through another day, right? So can we just acknowledge, hey, my body's doing a great job. My body woke up today, and I'm really grateful for that. Now, you might wake up in the middle of the day, you might wake up at the end of the day, you might wake up in the middle of the night. But instead of being bothered, in Italian we say infastidito, right? Bothered by waking up in the middle of the night, or bothered by an intensity, a lot of times we call that a pain, or fatigue. What if we were grateful that our body's sending us some signals, right? Would that change anything with your body? I often say slow down to move faster. And what I mean by slow down is, instead of jumping to conclusions about what anything means, right? What if you slowed down, if you took that instant and connected with your body, right? And said thank you, right? Having gratitude for your body just for hanging in there with you. Now, once I was talking with a woman, and she said, well, what is this distinction you're making between you and your body, right? The fact is that we exist whether or not our bodies exist. Like, there's probably, beings, right? Spirits, energies listening and connected with us now, all of us now, that don't have bodies. Intimacy with body is being in connection with your body, being grateful that you have it. And it's really the first step in this intimate relationship that can turn into a communion if you're willing to listen, if you're willing to talk to your body, ask your body questions, and if you're willing to have some fun with your body. So please remember to be grateful. It's the first step for me in intimacy. There's also something about honoring, right? One of the elements that we talk about in Access Consciousness is honoring your body. This is huge. I thought I'd start with honoring, because usually we start with honoring, but it's huge. It's huge. And, 30 minutes, okay, we have less now. But what for you, and just please ask yourself that, and you can write it in the chat also. What for you is honoring your body? What honors your body? What do you do to honor your body? Well, one of the things is this dialogue that you have with your body, including your body in the conversation, right? One of the things that I just started doing is waking up and doing 20 squats. Now, what is a squat? It's when you bend down with your knees, bend your knees and come back up, right? For me, this is honoring my body because often I spend a lot of time in front of computers. I spend a lot of time sitting or standing in a classroom, and I'm very grateful for that. And my body recently has been asking to move, right? A lot of people say, start with meditation, do your yoga salutes to the sun, do 20 minutes of running in the morning, do all that. And I do that absolutely in my head, but I don't really do it every morning. But just something as simple as doing these squats means that when I stand up from the last one, my body twists a little bit and it wants to move a little bit. This is in the last few days how I've been honoring my body. How have you been honoring your body? And how would your body like to be honored? And when you honor your body, guess what? Your body honors you. So that if I have to, pick up something from the floor quickly, it's not like, oh my God, I've got a pain in my back now, right? Oh my goodness, I've bent down too quickly. Oh my goodness, I came up too quickly and my head is spinning. So what honor, right? In what way could you honor your body that your body would then honor you? Yeah. So we've got gratitude, we've got honor. We also have trust, right? For me, these Access 5 elements of intimacy are very interesting because when trust, like, oh, I trust that my body will do what I ask it to do, is that about trust or is that about a projection and an expectation, right? What is it that you trust about your body, right? That if you eat something strange, your body might get the hiccups. If you drink too quickly, your body gets the hiccups. What about if you eat something that your body loves, that it'll get really tickly and tingly, right? This dialogue that we enter into with our bodies, you could ask your body, what would you like to eat today? What would you like to eat right now? I have a girlfriend in Hungary who asks her body, what of these things in front of me would give you the orgasmic quality of living, right? And the thing that first pops out at her is what her body's showing her, right? What kind of conversation could you have with your body so that you recognize what your body is, what your body loves, and what your body would be willing to be and do and show up as if you trusted your body. Trusting your body isn't about, oh, I know I can do these extra 5 miles of walking or running today. No. Trusting your body is knowing that sometimes you need to sit it out. Sometimes you don't need to exaggerate, right? Trusting your body is knowing that your body's going to get turned off in certain situations, right? We do a lot of that with the access energy flows, with the pushing and the pulling. Sometimes your body, if you're around pushy people, is going to get turned off. So what do? You put up a tough front and go around pushy people anyway? Judgmental people. Your body puts up a wall sometimes. So what do? Do you try to push down that wall all the time and still put yourself around judgmental people all the time? Or do you choose something else? This intimacy with your body. Do you make your body suffer through stuff, right? Or are you willing to have a dialogue with your body and know what usually shows up in certain situations and gift your body something different? right? Gift your body something that you trust it usually likes, and be willing for that to change. It's a very different approach to trust than what we're used to. It's not about blind faith, as Gary says, right? Blind faith is, oh, I'm hoping that for the first time ever, my body's going to be able to put up with this person without getting contracted. What if trusting your body was like, you know what, body, I'm willing to listen to you and to surround you with people, places, and things that bring you pleasure, pleasure, pleasure. Yeah. Another element of intimacy, which is also for me very interesting, is vulnerability. With intimacy with bodies, what does vulnerability mean, right? Have you ever had an awareness and you pretended that it was just a flashing moment, that it wasn't really what you thought it was, right? Have you ever had a vacation that you knew from the beginning was not going to be what you desired, but you pretended that you would be able to live that vacation and have fun? Vulnerability with your body is not putting up any pretense. Wow. Wow. What does that look like, right? What does not putting up a pretense with your body look like? Being willing to hear and listen to when you're not being you, with access consciousness and with the Being You series, right? We have this great question: who am I being? Am I being me? Am I willing to be me? Am I willing to see the good, bad, and the ugly and not judge it as good or bad or ugly? Am I willing to discover who I am and allow my body to relax into the space of non-judgment? There's a great clearing. I call it the Dane clearing. Dane here, co-creator of Access, and it's what energy. It's a verbal process, actually. What energy, space, and consciousness can my body and I be that would allow us to be the totality of non-judgment? I just tap into the space of that. Non-judgment are all the absence of all those thoughts, right? That you have in your head, which are, oh, does this make me look fat? Oh, is this the right thing to say? Oh, is this, am I looking the right way? All of that stuff, right? All of those are thoughts, yes, but they're also judgments. What if vulnerability, intimacy with your body was to relieve it of the judgments? Yeah. What would that look like? So what energy, space, and consciousness can my body and I be that would allow us to be the totality of non-judgment? And everything that doesn't allow that, can we destroy and uncreate it? Right, wrong, good, bad, all nine, pot, pock, short, boys, and beyonds. If you've never heard it, I hope you have. It's the Access Clearing Statement, and you can find more about that on theclearingstatement.com. But it's just a way of all the energies, right, that block us, that keep us stuck in a box, right? And we are infinite beings, so we don't actually get stuck in the box, but our body does, right? So these verbal processes of access consciousness, the clearing statement, it's really about allowing our bodies also to have the ease that we often access, right, as beings, right? When we're in meditation, when we're out in nature, and what would it be like to invite our bodies to enjoy that as well? Yeah, and intimacy with bodies is quite about that. So they've got gratitude, we've got honor, we've got trust, we've got vulnerability, right? And one of the things that, for me, um, is amazing about Access, about the Access classes. I just facilitated a foundation class, love it. I'm gonna be doing more. And I do a lot of 3-day body classes. Thankfully, I'm grateful that people enjoy them and they invite me to do them. And I'll be doing, I'm always doing them. So please, you can check accessconsciousness.com and find body classes there, my body classes, others' body classes, or kassthomas.com and find them. But one of the things that I love is this allowance. You know, many languages do not even have a translation for allowance. And we are translating Access now in so many different languages, and I see brilliant transliteration of so many things. And the word allowance, we just leave it right there in English quite often. Because allowance is really about not having a fixed point of view about anything, right? What does that look like with your body? If you had no fixed point of view about your body, could it change, right? So a point of view is literally how you are seeing something, right? Your point of view. If you're standing on the top of a building and you're looking down, that's your point of view. If you're standing on the ground and looking up, that's your point of view. What is your point of view about your body that doesn't allow you to have intimacy with it? All of those that you know and you don't even know cognitively. Yeah, can we destroy and uncreate them all? Truth. Now, let's do a 1, 2, 3, right? For those that we've had, we've bought, we've sold, all those points of view that we might have about our bodies that don't allow ease with intimacy with our bodies. Ready? Ready? Okay, so all the points of view that we have, that we bought from anyone else, that we've sold in this lifetime or any other about bodies and what's possible with bodies, and above all, what's not possible with our body. Can we destroy and uncreate it? All of them on 3. 1, bigger, bigger, thank you. 2, 2.5, 2 3/4 bigger. And 3, 1, 2, and 3, 1, 2, and 3, 1, 2, and 3. Yeah, great. What happens with these 1, 2, 3s is that stuff that we have not been able to change, we are willing to just throw a whole bunch of energy at it and clear the path to something different. Yeah. And with these magic wands, it's just what I call them, the verbal processes and the clearing statement, anybody that we've influenced with that, with our point of view that we haven't even known that we've influenced. You know, oh, aren't you dressed up a little too much? Oh, you've put on a little weight. Are you looking tired? All of those points of view. What does tired look like? Right? Does it look like relaxed? Right? All of those points of view that we've influenced our bodies with, but also anybody else's, right? That gets cleared with these magic wands, right? So what intimacy are you willing to have with your body? What dialogue are you willing to have with your body? And how can verbal processing, body work, I just saw a video called Throw Out the Trash. And throw out the trash was all those thoughts and judgments in your head. So all the trash that you forgot to dump out. Yeah. And you destroy and uncreate it. Right and wrong, good and bad, POC and POD, online, short, boys and beyonds. So what really is possible with intimacy with bodies is once you're willing to honor your body and not treat it with disrespect, you know? Don't squeeze it into clothes that don't fit, right? And don't cover it up with clothes that are way too big. What if you were willing to show your body, right? I mean, you don't have to do that now, but you could. What if you were willing to show your body? What if you were willing to caress your body, right? What if you were willing to celebrate your body and honor your body and not treat it with disrespect, not put it in environments that do not agree with it? Trust your body. Know that your body will have reactions to stuff, right? Love that about the body, right? What if you were grateful for your body, grateful that it actually gave you that energetic information, right? About what's going on around you, what's working for you, what's not, right? What if you were willing to be vulnerable with your body and not pretend that something is that isn't, or not pretend that something isn't that is, right? And what if you're willing to be an allowance of your body? How it shows up today, that's just the way it is. Yesterday, I was on the last day of a foundation, and my body was having some reaction to some flowers, right? And I could certainly take a pill so that I'm not sneezing and not blowing my nose. But I was sort of happy that my body was letting me know, hey, there's some spring in the air, and we're getting rid of some stuff. And that lack of resistance, right? That vulnerability, that lack of putting up walls to my body, not only did it pass, but I woke up today feeling awesome. So, what honoring, what gratitude, what vulnerability, what trust, right? And what allowance can you be for your body that would open up a whole new world for you? And everything that doesn't allow that, everything that doesn't allow that every day, please, now, destroy and uncreate it. Truth? Truth? Right, wrong, good, bad, all nine, POD, short, boys, and beyonds. Cool. Yeah. So intimacy with bodies is a topic my host in Amsterdam, not in Amsterdam, in Netherlands. I've been to Amsterdam. I have never been to the south of the Netherlands. I can't wait. Going in June for the first time. They they've listened to some of my stuff, they've come to some of my stuff, and they were like, Kass, you've got this way of communicating with bodies and inviting people to communicate with their bodies and get out of judgment of their bodies, and which allows them to connect with other bodies in these body classes in an amazing way. Would you come and talk about it a little bit? So I hope that this has been a contribution to you, and also to your body. And what creation can you and your body have together? I'm inviting people in my body classes to do a little home play in the evenings. And that's one of the home plays that I'd like to invite for you. That if you are lucky enough to sleep at night, I know some people aren't, but when you lie down to rest, if you would wish your body a pleasant slumber, because you, the infinite being, might be out traveling the galaxies, healing planets in different places, right? Busy. But your body actually enjoys slumber, right? So just touch your arm this evening, put your hand on your heart, make sure it's still beating, and say, hey, buddy, have a good slumber. Enjoy, right? And when you wake up in the morning, if you wake up in the morning, it means you still have a body. And connect with your body before you start thinking and judging and calculating and planning and whatever. Just connect with your body and say, good morning, body. One of the questions I love from Access, it's in all the manuals. Who am I today, and what grand and glorious adventures will I have, right? And also just add, good morning, body. What magic can you and I create together today? Ask your body a question about creation and include it in the creation. And let me know how your day goes, if it's a bit different. When you include your body, when you're willing to have that intimacy, that connection, that presence with your body, you can do and be much more than you ever imagined. Yeah, okay. Thank you so much for joining. I hope it was enjoyable also for you. I had a good time and my body feels great. So thank you for the contribution, and hope to see you somewhere in the world soon.
Thank you, Kass, for doing that. It was amazing. Thank you.
Thank you,
Whole
guys.
body's like, ah.
Ciao, Kass. Ciao.
Ciao.
Good
Ciao.
morning.
Grazie. Good morning.
Toda.
Thank you. Thank you, amazing translators, also for making the time out of your day for allowing other people to participate. Thank you.
And looking for you in Israel.
Yes, I'm coming. I'm coming. Thank you. With my body this time.
תודה רבה, ובת גל מודה לה ומזמינה אותה לישראל, וקאס תגיע, היא עוד תהיה איתה.
Thank you, Lizzie. Yes, thank you, Lizzie, Fabio, also Jula, Bat Gal. And thank you, Jula, for helping put this together. And really, what else is possible? Marie, who had very little time today, thank you for coming on, and the lovely Linda. Lovely, luscious Linda. And find a word that your body loves. Pleasure is my word. And lovely might be yours, orgasmic. Bye-bye.